Hey guys, this is Ranbir from criticreview.com and I had the opportunity to review the 2022 Peugeot 3008 hybrid plug-in crossover SUV. The Peugeot company launched the first Peugeot 3008 in 2008 and it has come a long way since the model has changed its looks, styling and more power. It is just like an ugly duckling compact crossover SUV changing into a beautiful swan. I had gone to Swadan Enterprise of Al Nabuda in Al Quoz, Dubai to pick up the crossover SUV for a weekend ride. The vehicle was kept ready for me. And here is Mr. Anuj who's going to give a little brief about the car. Anuj, can you tell me about the car please?
Right. The car what you're taking, that is 3008 GT plug-in hybrid. The beauty or I can say the advantage of the car is that you can drive this car on 3 modes. You can drive the car on electric mode, you can drive the car on hybrid, and if the battery is finished, you can still drive the car on fuel. I believe the car is coming, so we'll go to the car and show you all the features.
So Anuj, tell us more about this car.
Sure. See, this car comes with 360-degree camera. You have front and back sensors. You have adaptive cruise control. You have lane assist. The key is in your pocket, right?
Right.
You can tap it here. You can lock the car. You can unlock the car. And if the key is with you in your pocket, if you're coming from the shopping mall, you have bags with you. You just have to put your foot. This will open and close also. Or you can open it from here. And you can pull it from here.
So this is right now in the car we have the charging.
Yes, in the car you will get two charging cables. One is for the fast charger and one is from the home charger.
Okay. So this car charging can be used with any outlet?
This can be. This is for the fast charger, so you can use it at any outlet, or this is you can charge it from your home.
Okay. So now I can see there are two outlets which I can see. Can you talk about that please?
Now this is from where you can fill the fuel.
Okay.
This is for the fuel. And on the other side, which is on your left side, from here you can charge it for your battery.
So guys, you can see this is a dual kind of charging hybrid 4 Peugeot 3008 and it's got two sides. So one is for the fuel, another side is for the this one is for the electricity, another is for the fuel. And you can see the model, it's got lovely lines, beautiful lines as you can see here. And this I'll be using it for till 5th of December and enjoy it out there. And Anuj, is there anything else I should know about it?
I'll show you a few features from inside the car.
Yeah.
Now this car comes with iCockpit. iCockpit, the first thing what you have to do, you have to adjust your seat and the steering from here. And you can keep in a level, you can have a look of console and front of the car. Now, in the car you have drive modes from where you can choose to electric, where you can drive the car full electric as I told you. You can go to hybrid, and if the battery is finished, you can shift to the fuel version.
Okay.
The moment you go on sports mode, which will give you 300 horsepower.
So can you use it again please for sports mode?
Here, you go on sports, you will get 300 horsepower.
On the sports mode it gives 300 horsepower, okay. Yes. And if you talk about, is there any, it's got lane assist and everything?
Feature, the advantages of the car is you have adaptive cruise control, which is on this side. So you can adjust the distance and you can set a speed. So any vehicle will come in that distance, this will automatically slows down. Okay. It has got lane assist and it has got, from here it has got lane assist and it got lane keep assist both.
Okay. Yeah. So, as I can see, it's got a paddle shift also.
You have a paddle shifter here, then you have a navigation in the car which is from TomTom. You can use the car navigation, or you can connect your phone by Apple and Android Auto, or you can use your phone navigation.
Okay. And what's the speed, like if you want to use it for more electric, what's the speed it should be?
See, on electric it is up to you at what speed you want to drive, but again the faster you drive the car, your consume of the battery is more, so battery will be more consumed. But if you are at a moderate speed, you can get an optimum use of it. For hybrid, yes, you have to drive the car below 80 to use it on battery. The moment above 80 or touch a speed of 100, it will be on fuel mode.
So I presume it must be having a dynamo while you're driving. Also, it's the electricity the battery charges also.
Yes.
But normally, how do you come to know like if the battery is low and you need to recharge it?
Okay, this is the point where you can see the battery. This is your battery, so it is full charge, right? And this is for your fuel. So when you are driving the car at a speed, and the moment you put your foot from the acceleration or you apply the brake, the power which is consumed, that is go back to the battery for charging here. So you can see it from this mode that it is charging your battery.
Okay. And is there an optimum speed to get the best average, or something like where you can come to know? It's like does it show on the screen? Like if you're driving at a particular speed of 100 or 80 or something, you get the optimal average kind of thing.
On hybrid mode, yes, it is. It is if you are driving below a speed of 80, you will get a better fuel efficiency.
Okay.
But on a hybrid.
Okay. Great. Anuj, thank you for all the information, and I'll be using this car and we'll be reviewing it right now. This is the Peugeot Hybrid 3008 plug-in drive. Basically, the meaning is the difference is this thing, it's got a separate unit for electricity driving, and it has got a fuel also. So as Anuj has given me all the information, I'll be using it and going for the test of it, and see for the review right now. Thank you. For the testing and the review of the car, I decided to make a trip to Abu Dhabi from Dubai for the weekend and try out all the features and the safety factors which this compact crossover SUV can provide. So let's start with the engine, which is the most important thing, like the heart of the car. The vehicle comes with a 1.6 litre turbo internal combustion engine which produces max power of 200 horsepower. It also has two electric motors which provides 100 horsepower. Overall, with an 8-speed automatic transmission, produces 300 newtons per meter of torque. The SUV has a battery which has a capacity of 13.2 kW per hour, and while driving on 100% electric, it has a range up to 45 kilometers. And combined with ICE powertrain, the 308 PHEV promises fuel economy averaging up to 60 kilometers per liter. I'm sure you're also wondering how can this happen 60 kilometers per liter. As this is a hybrid 4 plug-in version, the crossover SUV uses electric power at lower RPM, and on a higher acceleration and speed, it switches to fuel. The Peugeot 3008 hybrid plug-in crossover SUV comes with a dimension of 4.447 meters by 1.841 meters by 1.623 meters. It has 5 doors, which includes the rear automatic hatch door. It has 2 front seating and 3 seating at the rear, which can be changed to 2 rear seating with the handles pulled down between the passengers. The SUV comes with a 1.6708 liters of boot space and can be opened or closed automatically with the leg while using the sensor placed below the bumper. Also, it can be opened via a button near the driver's seat or the button on the rear door, and closed with the button on the inside of the rear door. The SUV comes with a button-operated panoramic sunroof, and the front side can be opened to let the fresh air in while you're cruising along. The 2022 Peugeot 3008 hybrid plug-in crossover SUV comes with a 3-dimensional LED cluster and with running orange lights for blinkers. On the front, we have the new grille design, which comes with the piano black finish with steel looks, and the black lines are extended outwards going to the almost front side of the SUV. In the center of the grille, you have the Peugeot logo on a steel finish and the model number 3008 above the grille. The headlight cluster is merged along the body lines and has a powerful cool white LED lights which are controlled by the computer. So during the night travel, the LED lights throw distance adjust itself, giving a safer travel. The front also has a wide camera, which is a part of the 360-degree cameras which are fitted around the SUV. The front wide bumper has an active safety brake sensor in the center with 2 additional safety side sensors which help in lane keeping assist and also while parking the SUV. I like the additional lights switched on this headlight cluster, which adds a better visibility during the turns, and I could see the side view light up even before I was taking a turn. The body design is aerodynamic and the lines are very clear and edges are rounded, which gives a nice classy touch. The side mirrors open up when you use the keyless entry remote to enter the SUV. The side mirror also has a camera, which is part of the 360-degree camera system. It also has Peugeot logo projection on both of the mirrors, which can be seen when you open the door during the night. The mirror also has blind spot indicators, and during the reverse parking, The mirror tilts a little bit downwards for better view of the bottom side. The Peugeot 3008 hybrid plug-in crossover SUV comes with an 18-inch dual-tone alloy wheels with all 4-wheel disc brakes. Once you open the driver's door, you will find the latest technological advanced driving system. The most important part of the review of the Peugeot is the innovative iCockpit system. It includes compact tilt and telescopic steering wheel for better handling and grip, a 10-inch HD touch panel screen, and as well as a digital heads-up display. The steering wheel is a little smaller and a sporty styling with GT written at the bottom side. You have two sets of controls on the left and the right side of the steering wheel. The steering wheel is covered with leather covering and felt very comfortable to hold. There is a Peugeot logo on the center of which houses the airbag for driver safety. On the left side of the steering, you have the volume rockers, white activation button and selection wheel for the driver display. On the right side of the steering, you have the call, receive and end button, source, list button for applications and selection wheel for the iCockpit display in the center console. The SUV has got adaptive cruise control which you can set the speed and also increase and decrease the constant speed while you're driving for a long drive. The SUV has got a lot of technological features like it's got lane keeping assist, driver attention alert, high beam assist, blind spot monitoring system, active parking with assisted steering system, and as mentioned earlier, 360 vision, which is also called the Visio Park 2. The SUV comes with a focal audio which is perfectly tuned to the interiors. The tweeters are near the side of the mirror frame and the mids and the bass are on the doors, which provides a beautiful surround sound. Total, there are 10 speakers in the car which creates amazing sound quality. The central screen is perfectly positioned and accompanied by 7 piano keys toggle switches which operate the main iCockpit features: radio, air conditioning, navigation, vehicle setting, telephone and phone mirroring. The front seat comes with massager which is great for long journey. It is not very intense one but can relax your back while for long rides. The driver's side electrical adjustment seat which has most of the all latest automated features from changing the position of the seat to the steering wheel to the lumbar support to angle change and height of the driver's seat. For the driver's seat, you can set up 3 different sitting positions as a preset if the SUV is driven by multiple drivers. The front side of the seat can be manually extended for tall people comfort for that long thigh bone. It's a small chin but it helps a lot of tall people while driving or while co-passenger sitting. The seats are made of beautiful red Napa leather upholstery which creates a beautiful contrast to the black interiors. The doors have a nice artificial wood panel to add luxury and style. Now let's look at the inside back space. It's got a good amount of cabin space. It's got a rear air conditioning system also. The air flows inside, so the rear passenger doesn't have any problem out here, and it's quite comfortable as you can see. Nice leather seats out here. There's the control for the lights, extra lights. It's got a nice wooden finish touch here. And the best thing, they're using focal sound system. So there are speakers in the front and the rear, and it's beautiful. And you can have lights here also, I presume. No, there's a USB 2 points. There are 2 USB points also out here for charging for the people who are sitting at the rear to charge their mobiles or anything like that, or electrical devices. Okay, and you can a little bit reclining also. The seat can have a little bit of it. I'm on the energy mode, that's why you can see the display out here, and you can see right now the power right now is on cruise control 119, and you can see the orange out here which is showing it's driven by the combustion engine, and in certain times getting blue. What exactly the computer or the motherboard of the computer is doing is at certain speed and thing it's charging the batteries, and wherever it's possible is giving electric power where the fuel saving happens. According to Peugeot company, it is something like you save around 40% on consumption of fuel when you're driving in hybrid mode. Right now I'm driving in hybrid mode where exactly it's like using the combustion power where it's possible, transferring, like right now you can see against the combustion it's charging the batteries a little bit, and then again the battery power is given out as supporting to the combustion and saving on fuel. And here you can see charge power is happening, And right now the speed I'm maintaining 190, the speed shows 140, but I don't want to try any stunts on that. Why do that? And that's what I can say right now. Let's see the other displays. Minimum. This is another display where just you can see the speed limit and all. Hybrid you can see. So people who don't like to see too much of interference in front of their eyes, this is a good one where you can just see the speed and the cruise control, what's in there, hybrid, how much kilometer and what level of gear I'm doing. Right now I'm on gear 8 in drive mode. So if I change further, personal, this is your personal choices which you can fix it up. Here is a trip where, now see if it's orange, that means I've not been able to control the car between the lanes. Just to show you I did this. So again the light has gone off, that's when showing properly done. So it's the kilometers, 34 driven, then for the fuel and everything can be seen out here, the number of distance so far. Let me change that further again. Navigation, if I switch on navigation on the board, as I told you, here I can see the speed out here. Here is the navigation which comes in the center console and giving me the idea how can I go ahead for doing something else. And again here on the left and right hand side I can see the charge and the battery out here. So this people who doesn't want to use console for something else. Right now I have the navigation center, so I not use this mode. Now let me go to further other one. Drive. When you go into driving mode, this shows the car in front of me also once it comes close to the car. So right now I'm driving 190. Now there's a white car coming in front of me which is not going into as per my speed. Keep a watch at the speedometer. Once I come closer, see, look at this, 116, 115, 113, 111. Because automatically I'm not doing anything. My legs are both on the floor. Obviously I'm keeping a distance, I'm entering 108. It's slowing down because of the car in front of me. It's not taking it's taking all the precautions to protect myself from getting this into it. So now I'll just change the lane and you can see automatically the car will increase the speed because it's showing there's no car in front of it, and it goes back to 119. That's the speed which I'm maintaining right now. So these are some of the safety features which I love it. Another thing also, the steering also, when I'm at the cruise control activated, the steering becomes little stiff. So it tells me that okay, this is the direction I'm entering. There are sensors in front which provides, using the lane sensors, which provides the distancing if I'm going close to one lane. Like if I now see if I'm trying to go towards the left hand side, it's indicating me I'm too close to the left, indicating bring back my car to the level in center, and that's where it goes. I'll do one thing, I'll change my lane because there's a car coming at the behind. It required a good speed. So let me just change. Overall, it was a great experience to drive this compact crossover SUV. On turns, didn't feel the rollovers. The SUV pickup was responsive and had a smooth ride. It has a pretty luxurious interior, and if compared to competitors, it can give a run for the money. The best and my favorite is the fuel mileage. Reviewing the SUV for 4 days, driving down to Abu Dhabi and back, I still had 40% of the fuel left in my petrol tank. As mentioned, wherever it's possible, the SUV hybrid system saved fuel and drove on electric. Even while I was driving on the highway at a speed average of 115 to 120 km per hour. It was a great experience. I recommend the viewers to go for a test drive. The launch price of the 2022 Peugeot 3008 hybrid plug-in crossover SUV is 200,000 dirhams. But while speaking to Swadhan Enterprise, you can get it for 180,000. So let me know if you have any questions or queries. If you like my video, like it, share it and subscribe to my channel. Your support will help me to create more videos for the viewers like you. Thank you very much. Do